All right, here we are, finally, for Early Bird Scotch Doubles Final at Chinook Winds Casino and Resort in Lincoln City, Oregon for the Pacific Northwest APA Regional 8-Ball Tournament. This is day 2. I am Tyrell Doweiler with Hill Hill Productions, joined by my buddy Clifford Maxon. We're out of the Portland area. We will be your commentators for this spectating event.
Sure will.
We have that team, a combined skill level of 9. They are going to 3 versus Just for Fun, combined skill level 11, racing to 4. This is 8-ball. If you're unfamiliar with the APA format, um, for the rack, the 8-ball just goes in the middle. Yep, you can scan it. It's live. We are out there in the world.
We out here.
We out here. Yeah, you can rewind it while it's live. Yeah. There's controversy. You can go back and look at it while it's happening.
Uh-huh.
But anyways, yeah, the format, the rack, the 8-ball just goes in the middle. You can hit either the front, any of the front 2 levels of balls. So the head ball or the 2 balls behind on the break. Second ball break, very popular because
The 8-ball counts on the break.
you are correct, Cliff.
As a win.
As a win.
Not just as a ball, it counts as a winning
But
shot.
you know what? It also counts as a loss
A scratch.
and making the 8-ball,
And making
which
the
we
eight
have
ball.
seen that on the stream this week already.
I've never seen that before in my entire life.
I've seen it once or twice.
Oh.
But yeah, other than that, it is, I don't know how to say it, kinder, slop. As long as you hit a ball of your suit first and a ball goes in, you keep shooting up until the 8-ball. The 8-ball you have to call, and AP has a special thing where you use a pocket marker where you put that marker next to the pocket to indicate that's
To
the
help
pocket.
guide the
Yes.
ball.
So there's,
It's more of a guide than it is
yeah,
the marker.
it's also like, so there's no dispute between teams of like, well, I didn't see you.
Well, that's what they say.
I mean, I understand it because
Uh,
everything else counts without having to call it. So
it's a mental game though.
yeah,
So having a little totem to
yeah,
help guide your
I
shot.
like that little totem.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you are joining us at this late hour, as I mentioned, this is the final. One of these teams is going to loft a slightly taller trophy than the other one.
It is slightly taller.
I will point the camera over there when I get a chance. We'll get a look at those. But yeah, if you are joining us, please share that stream to your social medias so that anybody else who may be up at this,
Any other early birds?
yes, early birds, will know that there's a free pool stream happening, a finals match even.
Oh, that's a
Also,
great shot right there.
hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. If you hit that subscribe button, you'll get notified whenever I start a live stream.
Is that Nicole in the chat?
Of course it is. It is our chat moderator, Nicole Denisi. Deonce, if you will.
Formerly known as.
Formerly known as Deonce. All right, so we've got Renat and Nadia who've been on the stream a couple times already. And I feel bad because I've been chatting these dudes up on that team for a while because they've been ready to play basically since our last match finished, like 2.5 hours ago. It's like, I'm not even gonna guess. I'm pretty sure one of them's Jason, maybe.
No,
No, that's not right. Well, we never actually exchanged names.
that's true. I think it's James and Josh.
That sounds right. I'm gonna go peek at the score sheet. I'm gonna go cheat, even though you're closer.
Yeah, no,
You look like you're not getting up.
nope, I'm not getting up. But they're on a nice little run here. Looks like it may come to an end. He's looking at a extreme back cut here.
Did you say James and Josh?
I did.
Give yourself a point.
Oh, I get a free point? Well, this is just a random point.
Yeah. For eavesdropping, listening well to names.
Random points. With one.
Well, enough with the hijinks as we get this match started. There's a nice little run there, kind of get going.
Some sweet shots in there. Kind of wide open now, except for the, what's that, 15, 14? Takes a little work to get on those. 15 might go on the side. Goes in the corner, but if the nine's out there. So it's where your pattern play is key. So the 9 can give you the 15, which opens up the 14. But not if you take the 9 right now.
Well, I think like a center ball would get you basically straight in on, yeah. Wasn't quick enough, but
You would have played that shot.
yeah, just because I've seen the shot seems to come up. I used to get it wrong in the way I played, trying to get over there for a actually different shot, and because of it, I learned like that center ball sets you up pretty good for
Yeah.
the same corner, I guess. Not I guess. I mean, obviously, yes, shooting into the same corner. But yeah, end of a long story. Yes, I would have played that shot.
I don't like shooting the 14 here. Because the cue ball's a little squirrely afterwards. Like from my angle, it looks like it has a lot more angle than it does from the TV angle.
I mean, I think it does have angle. I think she's trying to hold for the 15 on the side, which creates an angle to get on the 10. You would think that that 12 ball in the middle of the table shouldn't be a problem. But I've talked to people who have theories that balls in the middle of the table are what you should take care of first. And only because it's near the 8 ball.
All right. No, it is a little weird to get on.
I mean,
if you're playing for the side pockets, it's a little weird to get on
Yeah.
those balls. If you're playing for the corners, so you can.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's unlikely to be a problem, but it's if you don't take into consideration,
problem
it's
than-
easy to get in trouble later on.
Well,
You don't. I guess it's easy to underappreciate. So, do you like sliding across for the 13 ball, or do you like trying to slide up to now take that 12 on the side?
oof. I'm just playing for the 13 here.
Yeah, I think I like that better because leading across the table, if you could potentially, I mean, actually looking over the table, that 12 goes past the 8 ball a lot better than I thought. Well, she may have left him shooting over this ball a little bit.
Mountaintop.
Mountain Dew.
No, Mountaintop, the commercial.
Yeah, I know, of course.
The course commercial from 2006. Yeah. If he wasn't tree topped, this would be
All
completely
right,
easy.
so let's try to figure out if Nicole's agreeing or disagreeing with me because Lingelbach says so about balls in the middle of the table.
No, they are surprisingly hard to get on sometimes.
I know it's a Pete Gates thing. I feel like it's a conversation I've had with Pete Gates. He's like, if there's a ball in the center of the table, I am solving that as early as I can.
I can hear Pete saying that. But Pete's never missed a ball in his life. Also. Maybe because he doesn't leave himself any hard shots.
Pete plays good. Except for that one time he didn't know who I was and gave me a was it the wild 8? Wild 7? That spot disappeared real fast.
That was a heck of a shot right
That
there.
was a great shot.
That is.
I didn't quite see the whole shot, but I heard the delivery on it and it sounded crisp.
Well, you saw him tree topped
Well, yes.
and straight in.
Well, and she's elevated a little bit just to pull back a hair. Well, I'm venturing to say that this first rack is looking like it's going just for fun. Well, the spot has been eliminated. It's now a race to 3 for both teams.
Start the match.
Jimmy, yes, this is the finals. Got somebody in the chat asking. Oh, our chat moderator, quick to the response in case they don't have their audio on.
Very well done. Yeah, that was a full run out from a tough spot, starting spot. It's like they've been playing all day or something.
Oof, that's unfortunate.
Pretty brutal.
Especially since they've been on the stream a couple times and they were relying on that head ball break for a long time, and they've clearly switched to the second ball
They
break.
switched after a little bit, where I don't know, the conditions in here seem pretty sticky. I think the balls could use a cleaning.
Yeah, I don't think Rich does that for APA.
Yeah.
Looks like we're looking for a ref. Pretty sure they're gonna have to yell at her, but she's just sitting up there working on score sheets. Come on, guys, louder.
This is the APA. You can...
Yell it like you mean it. I like that now that the room is mostly empty, nobody really wants to yell that loud to get the ref's attention. Well, while we're waiting for our official, thank you to sponsors, in particular, Chinook Winds Casino and Resort, as well as our host venue. Appreciate them having the APA here year after year and being, you say, heralds of Pacific Northwest Pool, providing a venue for both the APA and the BCA, ACS, various leagues throughout the year to have these great events. And me personally, a thank you to the Opal APA franchise for getting me out here to stream this for you guys and for the players. I concur with her.
What, you had the time of your life?
Yeah, I agree with the good hit, but
Oh, not the song.
yeah. Yeah, and shout out to Stephen Carissa over at Bigglebox. I know they handle a lot of the logistics of getting the room set up and dealing with the casino. The vendors and contractors, it's quite the feat. You've got 64 pool tables in here, as well as scaffolding supporting the lights that are over all the tables. I will say that one thing that was a big upgrade to this event because the APA for a long time did not have lights over the tables.
Ooh.
They just had the room lights. Which, if you know anything about fatigue, there was definitely some eye fatigue if you were running through one of these events for when it started at 9 this morning. It's almost 1 in the morning.
I know, yeah. I wonder when both these teams started.
But yeah, and then finally, thank you to Q-Tech, who is one of the sponsors of the Lincoln City Open that Bigglebox will be running this weekend. So if you're looking for an open event to play in the Pacific Northwest area, get your butt out to Lincoln City. Sign-ups till 1 p.m. on Saturday. Race to 5, 8-ball. Race to 4, loser side.
CSI rules?
CSI rules, yes. Or BCA.
Well, there's we get technical about it.
Well, CSI is a competing organization. BCA is a little looser. As the BCA, the Billiard Congress of America, has been around. If you want to be
Yeah,
specific about it. So the
but
general idea
we're
is
playing. It's CSI rules. That's what.
loosely, yes. I'm, you know,
The BCA rules are.
I'm just, I'm a representative of the, we're APA event going on. I'm not talking about other organizations that have pool leagues, but the general idea of a set of rules that's belonged to an organization other than a competing organization for a long time. Yes, those are the general rules that the Open's played under. Jump cues, call pocket, whatnot. Yeah, that's about how this rack is probably going to be for a little bit. A little ticky-tacky nudging balls around until either a ball moves a little too much or somebody gets impatient.
I mean, I'd be impatient with that combo bank right now.
What? Because we were messing around banking balls over here while we were waiting
Oh, I forgot they're solids. Yeah.
for our final match of the evening.
Uh,
Yeah, just gonna push that over the rail, send the cue up to the top.
yeah, it's a good shot.
Might have the edge of the 13. Which if they do, it is of big for them, because otherwise they got to kick in behind, which
Then you gotta hit it hard to be able to hit a rail after you make contact there.
well, yeah, if you're just gonna kick in behind, you might as well just roll and push the balls together. Yeah, okay, so they had the edge. Yeah, if you come kicking in up behind with speed,
Lots of stuff can happen.
well, stuff can happen, but probably mostly bad stuff for you,
Usually, yeah.
where you don't get back to the table. So yeah, just rolling. If they hadn't been able to clip that ball, yeah, just take the take the foul. Uh, this is James, I believe. Ooh, this could be good. She got an angle.
It's just one of those choices you have to make during the game. It's like, do I want is this the time
It
where I'm gonna break this out?
is the well, yes, there is the problem. it's a little unpredictable how it's going to lay
Yeah,
afterwards.
but I mean,
But when are when are you going to get another?
you could just roll the two to the rail and stick the cue ball in the stack there.
Yeah, it looks like he's going off the top of it. I don't think we're going to see offense here.
Yeah.
Be careful of that corner pocket. All right, Josh going to be all right. Look from the bottom of the table. Well, here's the ask. Do you cut one of these balls in? I feel like something good might happen if you take.
Cut the 12 ball in.
Yeah.
13 might go also.
Well, you would prefer, you don't want it to go. You want to have that to come back up for the 9 into right?
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have said also.
Yeah.
If you cut the 12, the
Oh, maybe
13
if you miss it, maybe you make that one instead. Sure.
yes. But also looking at the 9 ball still tricky. But if the 3 goes,
All right. Well, this is a little tricksy because you have to kind of a little jacked up. Man, can you just barely roll this in so you don't
if you roll it in, you
and
get on
you shoot
this side,
Well, I like
so you can make the 2 and then come here and then
all right, as opposed to just barely rolling it in.
go
Shoot,
for the 6 on the side.
6 on the side, 2 on the bottom left.
Yeah, I can't hold that.
Yeah, I guess now I look at that's a lot steeper.
Oh, ooh, I guess I could have held it.
I mean, I feel like if he had hit it thin enough to make it, it was gonna hold.
Yeah, yeah,
This table does roll a little bit.
yeah. But I like playing up for the 2 ball in the opposite corner.
Yeah, it's not as touchy.
Yeah. If you hit it perfect, you're out. You don't. Yeah, you got a little.
You gotta run into the
You got a little luck.
You gotta run into
You got to rely on a
thick of
little
the
luck
nine.
after
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, Nicole. We already ran through the rules. She's talking about when you're like, well, then maybe that ball goes to 2. She's like, well, it's APA, so it's slop, so it doesn't. I was like, yeah, we talked about the rules. A ball made is a ball made, regardless of how it got there.
What did some guy say last night? Any pocket possible.
That's APP.
That's it.
There is a euphemism, any pocket A. And I swear, when me and Summer were commentating, it was either 9, I think it was 9 ball. And I swear to God, this girl said called her, referred to herself as any pocket Alice.
Hmm.
No, it wasn't Alice. She said the well-known APA euphemism.
I'm gonna move on from there.
Yeah, as we should. It's getting late. Also, we're known for colorful commentary during the APA event. You got big shoes to fill, remember? Summer's not here.
I'm wearing Crocs. Is that not good enough?
It's close.
He's got like rainbow Crocs.
He
So
does.
cool.
I don't know. Summer's got some serious swagger, man. It's got the Riz.
Let's stab. Ooh.
I did get a text from him earlier checking in,
Yeah.
making sure the wheels weren't coming off the car.
I think that's fine.
Do I need to get a better look at this two ball?
Looks like there's a decent window. From my angle over here, it looks pretty tough, but from the ooh, I don't know, I feel like from the main video, like my angle from the table, it looks questionable.
We can take a look at that. Ooh.
Slow this one in. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, another problem there. Trying to make sure I cut the camera before I use the movement motion on it's really fast. I don't want to give anybody watching at home
Ooh.
seasickness. All right, good out. All right. Speaking of the Chinook, or keep wanting to say Chinook Winds Open. I don't do the CWO anymore, but we still have the Lincoln City Open. It's a 2K added event this weekend, April 12th through 13th. Starts at 1. You can sign up anytime before 1 on Saturday. Staggered entry fee. $20 for coastal residents, AP 5s and below. 35 for most anybody else, and $50 for those big dogs, those 600 Fargo and overrated players. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, come on out. Always good competition in that event. Definitely some big guns from the region that often make appearances. Nope. Coming up dry on that break. Gonna bring Renat to the table. Oh, interesting. So Nicole in our chat has confirmed for me that Dan Louie, Jeff Jimenez, and Stan Tarango are making the drive down from up north for it. Three very serious players. Dan Louie, a world champion. Stan Tarango, a bar box champion in his own right. Jeff Jimenez, just an all-around good guy and great Northwest player. I look for it. I like all those guys. Nice to catch up with them since I wasn't out here for the BCA event. Just happened a couple weeks ago. Well, Renat's lost his cue ball a little bit. Left Nadia in a little tight spot here. About all she can do is nick off this ball. Maybe try and put the cue ball at the top of the table. You catch a little bit, just a hair thicker, maybe go into the rail, then to the top rail, maybe try and stick it on the top of the one. Or did they play a solid? All right. She didn't want to move that ball. She wanted to leave it close to the pocket. It's going to be, but I think the reasoning is there and just pushing that 13 ball. into some of that solid ball traffic. James gonna have options here. He's gonna play the pot of ball. Man, I'm just not sure what I want to do here.
Pro tip: don't try to go to the bathroom right now.
Are they cleaning it? Did you get locked out?
I got locked out.
Oh yeah, it is that it is that time. Ooh, that's pocket speed right there. I think he underhit it a little bit, but oh, I guess yeah, you were in the bathroom. Nicole confirmed that Dan Louie, Jeff Jimenez, and Stan Drango are coming out for the Open, or coming down for the Open. So
Oh well, then I'm gonna be busy.
yeah,
I don't think I need to spend $50 for that.
I mean you could get a good draw.
Meet one of them in the finals.
Yeah, Summer's had some good showings out here, man.
I haven't had a good showing anywhere.
Well, at least we're keeping Nicole entertained in the chat. Nicole's just like kind of booked that day. I don't know if I'm gonna play.
Yeah. Oh, I got plans.
That sounds like I'd hate that.
You know what sounds better? Not doing that. Oh, nice little back cut there.
Oh, that was unfortunate.
That's a brutal roll.
Oh my goodness. The only reason we have a Nicole right now is because her Switch is charging. Pro tip, you keep it plugged in, you don't have to charge it. Just always juiced.
She probably broke her charger by sleeping on it.
Wicked burn.
No one gets that.
No, that's pretty inside right there. I guess I could load the picture of her broken Switch and just throw it up here on the screen.
Be rude.
It would be rude. I kind of want to do the countdown before I get the rude in the chat. It was questionable.
Legal in APA.
Right. Still doesn't make me feel good about it.
Definitely a double hit, but a legal shot in APA.
Well, the thing that makes me crazy is it's a little subjective depending on the ref you get in the APA. Because there are a lot of players that claim that as long as it's a 45-degree angle, it's fine, which is not. And actually, the very well-trained APA refs, like Paul, if you talk to him, would be like, yeah, no, you can still make a double hit. That's just like the generally advised, best way to explain it to a low-rate player. This is the best way to try not to double hit the ball.
Mm.
But we also don't know how an APA ref would have ruled on that because nobody called one. So we're going to move on.
I'd move on to see if this 12 goes past the 4.
Apparently Nicole has completely lost it. She's out of her mind.
What?
Her charger.
Oh.
But the context could have sounded like she's like just we've sent her off the deep end. All right, where's that ball going? It's looking pretty good.
Pretty good. So, still back to my question.
No,
If that 12 ball goes past the 4,
man, that's
what if I peek over the monitor and look at the table straight? I think it does go. If I,
angle's a little steeper than it looks on TV here. Oh God, they're so good at slow.
I wish I could do that.
Just like
Just, eh.
hang out with Berkman more.
I know. I try, but it gets too annoying.
Because of the slowness or the autism.
It's not autistic.
He'd have you believe different. Oh, that is a great idea, Nicole. Nicole says she's gonna get us some opera glasses for
Like,
when we look over the monitor, try
do
to
our
look at the table itself
do
instead of at the monitor screen.
our Statler Waldorf bit.
Oh, I never did answer your question. Yeah, it goes past the 4. You asked that a while ago.
Yeah, and I've been sitting up and from the booth. Tyrell's view is way better than mine.
Oh, on this particular shot, yes.
Yes, on that shot, he had a very clear view
You're welcome.
where I had cranking my head every which way.
It's late. I have the attention span of a gnat buzzing around.
Bzz, bzz, bzz. Yeah, it's one of those slow roll follow. Ooh, kind of twisted a little bit.
It did twist a little bit, and these pockets are a little sticky from the humidity from the rain we had earlier today. Oh, I went out to get the cues and moved the car. It's beautiful out now. The moon's out,
Oh,
or it was a little while ago.
I guess
FYI.
when we came over here, it was couldn't open the car door. It was
Oh
so
yeah, it
windy.
was so windy. That was wild. All right, well, a good opportunity for that team to get on the hill here. That bobbled in the pocket 9 ball.
Yeah, it just seems like she tried to do too much with that.
It's easy. It's easy to do sometimes. You know, it's
Yeah, you didn't have to go. You didn't have to go that far with the key ball. You just had to go forward just a little bit.
yeah. But yeah, I'm guilty of it plenty of talking
Oh,
myself into doing stuff that
I,
it's completely unnecessary, and
yeah, I notice
just trying to
myself doing that all the time.
trying to recognize it and learn from it next time.
Oh.
Yeah, it's definitely take a lot of work over the years to try and simplify my game to like why.
Why are you trying to do what you're trying to do?
Yeah. Well, I also came up with a lot of bad habits. Didn't know how to follow a ball, drew every ball. Thought side spin was the greatest thing in the world.
Side spin's unnecessary.
Uh-oh.
I say that jokingly. Side spin is very necessary,
It has its moments.
but you just need a little bit of it. Rarely do
Well,
you need anything more than half of it.
look at this though. This looks like a hook. 9 ball's pretty deep in the pocket. So if you're kicking at it, it's easy to follow it in. Trying to swerve around it, it's easy to follow in. This is tricksy. I mean, I don't mind one rail kicking this. I think that's what he's looking at. But you have to be very aware of you either want to catch the rail a hair before the pocket, or you want to catch half the ball away from the rail, so to the right here a little bit. But that's hard because it's really easy to just hit it full in the face and
And here's one of the benefits of having a really hard tip on your playing cue.
yeah.
You barely have to elevate to make this jump.
I don't think we're gonna see them.
Just just pointing it out.
Is he just gonna roll the 8 ball up on their ball? What? Oh, he's gonna roll it over the rail, make it harder for them to get out. Probably fairly close to their ball. Well, see if it pays off. That team's gonna have to play a good position shot to get above the 8 ball. Or somebody's got to be really spicy with that, just follow the ball right into the pocket shot.
I mean, it is very deep.
I don't think it's that hard. If you get straight on the 8 ball,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't even bother playing position above the 8 ball. I
Oh,
would.
I'm shooting it by the 6, or where the 6 is every time. Like getting shape, that much room to get shape to shoot it up table. It's not that bad.
No,
It's easy.
I know, but it looks so much cooler when you're like, but do you like this position to get shape there?
Is it my favorite?
I know that you can get there from this position. I'm just saying, is this the position you would have picked to get?
No,
Yeah, I didn't think so.
but
You gotta make sure.
I think the side pocket's huge here.
Yes, I was about to say, you gotta make sure you don't scratch because you can see up above it. See, this is,
Yeah. And we said the side pocket's huge. It's because that's where you need to hit on the rail to get that cue ball underneath the 8.
yeah, you wanted to go just above the side pocket. Instead, they went all the way to the top rail.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be banking this ball. Now, would I rather be banking this ball, or would I rather be just straight in the 8 ball and trying to follow the 8 past the 9?
You're assuming you're getting straight on the 8 ball.
I mean, I don't need to be straight on the 8 ball. That ball's so deep in the pocket.
Yeah.
We're gonna set it up afterwards.
No, we're not. We're going to the hotel room. But I guess the other shot on that 6 was you could have just do a little stun draw
Yeah.
and try to go behind it like the long reel there.
Yeah.
And the 9 ball stops you from scratching if you
Yep.
do that.
Unless you hit it real good.
Unless you
Well,
What
she's
if
not
it had
she's not happy with it, but like I think there's nothing. You're, I think they're gonna be fine here.
It's a little bit of no man's land.
I mean, it is,
I mean,
but you can easily draw out of
draw
the
it.
scratch on the side,
Oh,
and if you're okay hitting it real thin, you can nip it right to the side if you want to cut it. He looked a little uncomfortable the way he
I
was
think
standing.
he was nervous about the scratch. So. And he shot in a little quicker than he normally does.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things where you just gotta trust yourself, that recognize. Because I've seen them look at the tangent line a whole bunch with stuff, and like I'm surprised that
Yeah,
he would be worried.
He just kind of looked at it, went down, and like two stroked it. Like didn't take the time.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that. Now, just a reminder, this event's going all the way through Sunday, so tune in again tomorrow. You got three-man teams starting up tomorrow. And that'll be a little chaotic. You got a bunch of teams round robining throughout the day to qualify to be in the tournament board. It starts on Saturday. And then we'll have more Scotch on set. Ooh. You think it's the late night fatigue setting in?
It was a tough shot either way.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was easy, but it was more of, you know, it's late. I'm feeling the pressure of having a opportunity to put one on the board.
Get on the hill. Oh, that's a great shot.
So do you think she was dancing because she knew she made it or because she thought she missed it?
I think she knew she made it.
I mean, she was up and bopping around before it got there. To me, it looked like she mishit it a little bit.
Wow, she knew it. She ate
Caught,
the whole way.
caught that rail on the way in. Table's been a little sticky. Well, we'll ask her later.
Well, we won't.
I do because I'm intrigued sometimes about trying to read human
Uh,
body language.
maybe it was a little bit of both.
I feel like the initial reaction was like, and then it was like, it's gonna go. We'll split the difference.
Okay,
It was a little of both.
that sounds good.
3 balls a little yuck.
3 balls a little yuck.
You gotta.
Can you play the 6 off the 13?
I think so. If you take a look from this angle,
I'm
it's
doing that right now.
it's a hair tight, but yeah, I think it.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe play the.
Looks like playing the 5.
Yeah. That my shot. If that 3 goes, gotta take it right now.
It just doesn't look like it goes to me. It looks like.
From here, from my
Oh, that's
angle.
weird. Actually, okay, now that I look across the table, I can see how much of it. Yeah, you're right. I think it does go. So, yes, I agree with you. Oh,
That's actually a shot I've been showing my teammates recently.
to make sure you don't go below the ball.
Well, to be able to draw, like shoot that, just withdraw and like
Oh,
come
yeah,
back out.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
They have a discussion whether or not Renat wants a ref or not.
well, the ref's sitting right there.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think it was more of asking how he was going to shoot it. Clearly, it looks like he's shooting away from the ball or shooting at an angle as opposed directly at the ball, which.
Oh,
Wow, it's tracking.
that's pretty
He's
slick.
only left him one shot here. You got the 14 ball. Well, I guess there's two. I guess the 12. Here's a shot on the 12 all the way up as well. If you want to leave the 4 obstructed for that corner pocket in the upper right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just hard because, like me, I'm looking at it in a run out situation where, like, I feel like, yeah, keeps you obstructed, but I feel like my ball is just as much of a problem for me as it is for you.
Yeah.
What am I going to do about it later if I leave it here?
Well, why don't you just get on it again? But the 11-9 is interesting.
You don't think the nine's makeable if you're kind of out towards the center of the table?
I don't like it.
It's fair. I mean, there is a ball near the side pocket there you can use to open them up.
I like that.
I mean, you could shoot the, what is that, the 15, and try and slide out a little bit for that right now
The 15 doesn't go.
in the side.
Yeah,
You don't think so?
no. I mean, technically, yes. But no.
Fine.
I
I
mean,
get overzealous sometimes. It's just on this angle. It looks a lot better than it does on that angle.
you know,
Oh, he twisted it a little bit though.
well, I don't think there was a pocket there.
I mean, not if you shoot it right at the point. I think it went.
Oh, yes, I'm agreeing that it went. I'm saying to make it go, you had maybe a literal cube object ball's width of room to work with.
Okay. Oh, poor Nicole. Somebody bit her up in the Calcutta for that 530 and under.
Oh yeah, how much?
I don't know. But apparently it was Ed Slade. I'm like, yeah, Ed Slade ruins it for everybody.
He
You're like,
just doesn't like people from Oregon.
yeah, it's like, yeah, you're not gonna buy yourself.
Wait, how much though?
I don't know.
Nice shot.
That was a great shot. Well, we got a shot into that side pocket again.
This is makeable. This is an actual shot. This isn't some weird back cut into a quarter-inch flag at a off angle.
Okay. $40. The minimum bet, or the minimum bid was 20.
Oh, don't be a nit, Nicole.
Was that fast enough?
Just not.
He babied it. Was he scared about coming back into that other side pocket?
I don't think so.
I mean, the cue ball was tracking that way. I wonder. He's had a couple really soft hits, but they've gotten to the pocket. Of course, that one just coming up a little shy. She say she's being broke. So
Yeah. All right.
they didn't let her take a draw before she started her sweet new job. Well, 10 ball's the key here.
Yep. And I'd
Luckily,
probably use the 13 to get on it.
yeah.
Or make the 11 here. I guess if you try to use the 14 to run into the 10, you risk losing the game immediately.
Fair.
So, yeah, I'm going to use the 13 to try to get down table and shoot the 10 enough. The corner.
Yeah, luckily it's nearly in the middle of the rail down there, so there's quite a big gap between it and the 8 ball to navigate in. I mean, you got the whole side rail that you can come into to land
Mhm.
down there.
Yeah, you just want to make sure you're. You could even leave the cue ball in the opposite side pocket of the 13
Mm-hmm.
and then just go 3 rails and you land
Yeah,
naturally
yeah,
right down by the 8 ball.
that's what I was just looking at.
Yeah.
Hence the reason I mentioned that side rail as a zone to come in. It's got big old head shake from Cliff being a dum dum,
Not being a dum dum.
being difficult.
Yeah.
That's something Jordan knows about.
Yeah.
Oof.
What did I say?
I heard you.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that was.
If you use the 14 to try to take care of that, you risk losing the game. All right, that team on the hill.
Excuse me. Well, as I mentioned, there are some trophies on the adjacent table. Unfortunately, they're pointed towards us, not towards the camera, so not the best view. But
They're actually pointed towards the corner of the room.
well, they're kind
Or
of
I guess they're pointed towards the teams.
yeah, they're kind of pointed towards you and the team.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like they're pointed right at the back of the monitor.
it's on the wall over there.
You shush. All right, 2-2. It's been a good match so far. Bit
Yeah.
of drama. Nicole wants to know which one of us is currently using the one brain cell that we have between us.
Good one. Oh, yeah, just be clumping going on.
I was initially gonna say, man, I'm looking. Whoever ends up being stripes is in the clear, but then I had a second look at this table. Nope.
Nope, indeed.
I think this is going to be a grinder of a rack here.
Like the sandwich we had for lunch.
I had mine toasted, so mine technically was a grinder. So it might be taco day tomorrow.
I thought it was seafood day.
Well, at the buffet.
Oh yeah,
I'm talking about like breakfast, lunch.
I think it's taco day tomorrow.
Well, Nicole's Switch is finally recharged, so good knowing you, Nicole. We'll catch you later. Balatro away. Six kind of popped out on her, but otherwise, I like the thought process there to put it underneath the three. Does look like the three might go all the way up in the corner, though.
Aren't these stripes?
I thought Renat and Nadia were stripes. But she played off her ball to try and put the cue ball underneath their ball. Did you accidentally give me the brain cell back?
Yeah, I'd say it's bounced around so much, and it's probably everything in the middle.
Prize money. Nicole asking if we know the prize money for first. Yes, I actually did. So they keep the brackets in a drive folder, which I did finally go track back down. Pretty sure it's where is it? Oof, that's unfortunate. First is $1,500. Second is $1,000.
That's not too shabby.
Not too bad. Yeah, I mean $500 a piece for second place and $750 a piece for first.
Yeah, it's worth 15 hours of work.
Yep. Yeah, so it looks like there were two initial boards that if you got out of those modified single elimination boards, you got put into this
Oh,
final.
you've had brackets this whole time?
I forgot they have them because the QR codes like are way over there. Yeah, so once you were into the main bracket, payout started at what? 100, 200, 300, 500, 700, and then the 1,500 grand that we just mentioned. 2, 3, 64 teams in the money.
Hmm.
Not bad. I think I read that right. 32 teams. Wait, 1, 2, 3. I'll figure it out later. The math isn't mathing.
Well,
No, I think I'm right. I think that
half of them would be out after 2 rounds.
4, 8, 14. Yeah, 64 teams. In there were 2 boards
Mm-hmm.
that everybody played through, and then they put the final 64 into a single board, and everybody in that board cashed.
So there were more than 175 teams.
Well, there was probably buys in the. I don't know. I mean, I was told about this many teams, so I never saw him look at a piece of paper. I guess I could go look how big those 2 feeder boards were. So they were probably 128 boards with a bunch of buys, which sucks for the single modified single elimination format.
Yeah. So a bye really means nothing.
Yeah, in the first round. But yeah, if you're gonna lose. Regardless, yeah, if you're gonna lose, do it your very first game. So you don't get to do it again. Well, it says when her and Chris, I assume Chris Litzel played, she said it was 162 teams. Yeah, they told me roughly 175. Apparently, Weekender Scotch isn't as bad. That's 128 teams capped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, modified single elimination is it can be rough.
That's a tough beast to tame. Is that combo?
You can run into a team that lost a match, and then they beat you, and you haven't lost the whole time, like late, and you're just like, what?
Hey now.
Hey, now, settle down.
Is that combo word?
I mean, I feel like that team is looking okay right now. I feel like, just for fun, I feel like Naughty and Renat have taken too many of their balls off the table.
Mm-hmm. So they got to take a flyer on this one.
I mean, what else do you do?
I don't know.
Try and tie something up, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah, she tried to take a flyer. Trying to thin it and spin over there. Yeah, that was gonna be tough. That was a big ask. Do you try and open up the 4 almost immediately, or do you start with the 3 and the 2?
I think I'm starting with the three no matter what.
I agree. I feel like those two balls can really bite you later.
Yeah.
I feel like he's relying on. Okay, he was relying on the 7 ball as the key for the 3 and the 2.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is the way he decided to open the 4 has made the 8 ball tricksy. Now about the only thing you can do is get between the rail and the 8 ball to shoot on the left-hand side, right? Unless you can open it back up.
Yeah, which I'm gonna try to do at some point.
Well, I think this 13 ball goes.
It looks like it goes from the TV.
Yeah, I was thinking if I was going to move the 4, I was going to come at it from below with the 1 or the 6 instead of pushing balls back towards where this messes.
Well,
Early.
no, I was gonna use the five also, but you
Really?
no, not like that. But you go use the get angle on the five to shoot the five in the side and run into him that way.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was planning. But they did get a little unlucky in the layout after that.
They did, but if you look at the way the balls are going to react, that was highly suspect. You got a ball that you got balls that are going to go that direction after the contact. And yes, it is unlucky, but
But yeah,
the, the, the
I wanted that three off the table
yeah.
immediately. Yeah, so I would have done the three and then five. Use the five, shoot five to the side, and break out the four ball that way.
No, I think it's going to come down to where the 8 ball ends up. Oh, it's just going to slide, but that could have been. Running into balls. It's a little bit of gamble always.
Well, she had to,
I know she had to.
and if you play it soft, seven ball doesn't let the eight ball go there. And if you hit it a little differently, it's an eight ball stops right in front of the side pocket.
I'm not saying that there was anything wrong with it. I'm just saying the scare factor sometimes of running into a ball. Which is why I don't like to do it.
I don't like it.
I don't want to.
Don't make me do it. Oh. Well, the team still got their work cut out for them.
Well, the situation is you either run out,
I mean, I don't think I'm taking a seven right now.
you don't like using the 7 to get on the 2.
Where's the two going?
Well, it's now going. Yeah.
I just shot the five there.
I mean, I didn't like going forward to get over there or running into the 2. Like, I liked sliding across if you were going to, like,
Oh,
try and get
but
over
where
the
did
2.
it go?
It went in the side
No, it
before
didn't. No. I mean, oh,
before he.
your side pocket shots, which
Oh,
are
stop it. That two absolutely went in the side if you just came across.
Rewind it.
Rewind you. Well, is that 8 ball too deep in the pocket for rail first?
No. No, we got plenty of room.
I don't know. It looks. I'm looking across the table and it looks all the way in the pocket.
The two did not go in the side pocket. Oh,
That's before you shot the 8 ball, though, you ding dong.
yeah. You're not shooting that in the side pocket. Because
I'm
you're not getting shape anywhere.
sure I am. I'm just coming straight across.
Yeah, then what?
I'm shooting in the side pocket.
Then you're playing a combo?
Or I come straight across and shoot in the bottom right corner. It went plenty of places.
It's the wrong shot.
I also think this may have been the wrong shot because I think the 2 goes past the 4, doesn't it? But regardless, I mean,
We can't.
don't run out here. Play safe. Like, put them in a kicking situation where they're almost guaranteed to follow it in.
And yeah, preferably not a one rail kick. You know, like just lock up behind that 5 ball. Then they're gonna run out here and we're gonna look like fools.
I mean, I just getting on that 2 ball so hard because we've seen this rack already, right?
Well, I mean, you force the bank to 2 now.
I mean, I think who shot last? Her or him?
I think Nadia did.
Nadia did. I think you just roll into the 3 ball and make him kick at this.
Yeah.
Because he either gives you ball in hand or he follows it in. Or he rolls your ball up onto the 2 ball. So you don't give him the opportunity to roll your ball up into the 2 ball.
How much cooler is it to win the championship off a sweet, sweet bank shot?
I mean, I guess there is something to be argued. You have a game in the pocket to give.
I'd never think about it that way.
I wouldn't either, but there are some people who do because they're playing the bank shot.
No, I'm Ooh, double kiss. Oh, almost got the hook. Yeah.
I don't like it. I just like batting the 3 ball to the rail and back out. So if you get ball in hand on the 2, you can shoot it all the way down and you make him kick at the ball. If he makes it, it's a great shot. He gives you ball in hand, you get out. If he follows the 8 ball in, you win. I feel like that should be the takeaway here.
No, I'm all for the bank shot.
I don't like it.
That's fine. Let's go. That was a little too close for my liking.
Yeah. Well, we got a match. Hill Hill on Hill Hill Productions live stream of the Chinook Wins APA 8 ball regional event here in Lincoln City, Oregon.
balls down. So, one of each. Still a little clumpy. You make two balls and it's still a little clumpy.
Yeah, these racks have been very clumpy
Yeah.
for a lot of this event so far.
That's why templates should be mandatory.
Mm, mm, mm.
Is he hooked on that 15?
I don't think so, but I mean, I guess he must be.
Probably not for the side pocket, but to shoot it all the way up, probably.
Mm. I mean, okay, yeah, I guess I mean, he must have been frozen to the 8 ball where he couldn't make it. So I don't, yeah, I'm not really sure why you wouldn't take stripes. In that situation if you could see it.
Well, I mean, it didn't really give you anything. Nothing.
I just felt like prior to the shot, the stripes, it didn't necessarily give you anything, but I felt like the stripes were the better suit because there was more of them on the table.
Uh, I don't think there's a better seat there, really.
I mean, unless you're running out, usually the group with more balls is better. Unless
Not if all your
unless
balls
then
are
they're really clustered.
not if all your balls are clumped together.
Well, they weren't. They got clumpier after he shot that shot.
Well, then he made the right shot. That was a bit too aggressive.
Combo
Maybe the combo,
13, 14.
but you kind of have to like,
Go off the bottom set. Yeah, if
yeah,
like you're just gonna like run into the ball you're trying to make.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe 78 fine, because everyone loves to see that.
Hmm. That is definitely not how I want to see this match end.
All right, carry him the 10 off the 5. That goes to the the top right. The 5 goes into the 6 and plays the 15.
Right.
So you got. Oh, he drilled it.
I told you combo. All right. Yeah, shoot this one all the way up. Angle to go into that ball a little bit, maybe? I don't know.
I think there's angle. I don't know what's going to happen, but
Bum, 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 bum. Uh-oh.
ooh,
APA?
app.
App. We lost our chat mod.
Oh, she's gone.
Well, I think she's still there. I think she just got scuttered, if you know what I mean. Alright, just gonna play a little safety there. Well, of course, the natural impulse is to cut that 15 in, but that takes your breakaway ball for the 10.
And doesn't give you anything.
No, and you likely run into the 11, your cue ball deflects up to the upper left corner, and you scratch.
That's a lot. It's a lot of movement there.
Yeah, you're right. You probably do miss the 11 ball.
No, I mean you could hit the 11 ball, but no way he's going off the 11 ball into the pocket.
Six ball?
Sure.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's point of night where even if I was playing, I'd be like, this one goes. Yeah, see? I knew it made sense.
Not done yet.
I appreciate the sunglasses.
Pretty badass.
And then we've left the audience hanging as to what we're talking about.
They can wonder.
Well, if I'd seen him coming soon enough, I could have gotten the camera on him.
Okay, so you got the angle to break out the 8 ball right now.
Are you doing it from the 4 or from the 5?
The 4.
You don't like using the 5?
I don't.
Maybe like just smooch it from underneath and then still have a shot at the 4?
No.
Alright, so you got a cut. Probably.
I'm
Alright.
I'm avoiding the 8 ball. I'm hitting the 10 ball.
I think they're going to get stuck behind balls. Oh, I didn't see the 1 ball up there.
Yeah.
Never mind. I love it. I'm all for it. Like, the one ball disappeared to me. And I'm like, no, how you get on this 5 from there?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Do I get a point?
Yes, because I'm blind.
I don't need a point for that. That was the obvious wrong.
Yeah, once you pointed, it's like, why would you? Oh, there's a ball, and it's the ball that belongs to you.
It's not just any ball.
This one is mine. There are many like it, but this one is my ball.
So, draw back into the 8 ball.
I mean, you got to draw, right?
Yep.
Can't really go. I mean, I guess you could roll forward and just really take your medicine.
I mean, that's what Berkman would do, probably.
So all of his drills are rolling balls. Glad he's asleep and can't hear me talking about him.
Oh, there it is.
Not too much of it, though.
Not too much of it. Or too much of the draw, or not enough of the 8. Get that 8 ball, it'd be golden.
5 banks doesn't necessarily give you anything on the 8 ball, though.
Side pocket. It gives you the side pocket, obviously. You love the side pocket.
Well, yeah, but the side pocket's not for everybody. I think she's going to back cut this. What she's looking at. Speaking of the side pocket.
I don't. I think if it goes, the side pocket is not in play.
Daddy, money.
For me, right?
No.
What?
Yeah,
If it went, there was no scratch.
I know. But
So,
that still doesn't mean that it's like a risky shot.
so I just said if you make it, it's not in play. If they had made it, there would be no scratch there.
The upper left corner would have been in play.
I said the side pocket's not in play.
I know. If you make it. But I was more concerned about under er, yes, under hitting the ball. Scratching.
You said side pocket.
Yes, because that's the more common scratch. That's what do players do. They tend to undercut balls.
That's where I use my qualifier. If the ball goes in,
Yeah, I know. I know what you said.
I don't think you do.
I do. So if the ball goes in, it doesn't scratch. I'm like, that's fine and all. But she didn't make the ball, and she almost scratched.
Ooh.
Was she? She overcut that. That was weird. Right? She undercut it or overcut it? She overcut it, right?
Overcoat.
I wonder if she overcut it, but she undercut that thin one on the previous shot. Right, they gotta be careful here because they're at the table. I feel like they're shooting very quick, so they feel the momentum of like, oh, we got this now. Don't want to take it for granted.
A little straight here.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of my point. Like, James kind of rushed the previous shot, just got, it's like, yeah, here we go, and like, still got to qualify each shot by making sure you know where you want to be for the shot after that. Should be able to just click this in. Ooh, a little nudge on that 8 ball would have been nice, yeah.
I think not hitting that ball so thick would have been nice.
I concur. I like Nicole in the chat is threatening to tattle to Scudder about something. I don't even know what I said, but
You said Scudder got Nicole stoned. Oh,
wow. Let's go.
nice shot.
That was a great shot. It was time to come with one because they've had a couple positional errors that cost them a couple racks there.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Well, that was
congrats
a
to
good,
both teams.
that was a good match. Oh, she's gonna tell Brookman.
Oh,
That's not nice. Well, good play from both teams here. $1,500 going to that team.
which team?
Just that team.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, good one. Nope, wrong camera. There we go. Got some trophies over there. Both teams walking with some trophies. A little bit of cash.
yeah, absolutely.
Really great
Nice job.
match. Both teams played good. And yeah, that's gonna be it for us tonight. We will be back sometime between 11 and 1 tomorrow. If you're subscribed to the channel, you'll get a notification when we fire it up. And yeah, we'll have some 3-man team action tomorrow. And that's about it.
Night,
Thanks again
everyone.
to Chinook and Box APA, Q-Tech. Appreciate everybody's time, everybody who hung out or tuned back in for this final match, or who catches it later. Like the stream, share the stream, subscribe to the channel, get notified. Thanks again. I'm Tyrell with Hill Hill Productions. Catch you all tomorrow.